Hey everybody, we're back with another one. Today we're going to go over how to ride a motorcycle. You know, for the ones that are subscribed to me that are probably already riding, this video probably ain't going to do you any good, because you guys already know how to ride a motorcycle. This video goes out to the people that are thinking about buying a motorcycle, or just went out and bought a motorcycle and is having some trouble, you know. So stay tuned.
Say what's up, America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica.
Alright, the first thing I think everybody needs to know is, for one, make sure there ain't no cars coming. I'm kind of on a back road. For one, how to start a motorcycle. Here's your kill switch. That's off. That's on. Make sure that your kill switch is not up like that. Make sure it's down. Turn your key on. It goes through all the bullshit. This is just on this motorcycle, but they're all pretty much all the same. Make sure it's in neutral. You know, if you don't have a light like this in neutral, roll the bike back and forth. If it's in gear, it will not roll like this. Make sure it's in neutral. Once it's in neutral, hit the start button. The start button's always on this side. You got your horn on this side, if you can see that. You got your turn signal on this side. Turn left for left turn signal, turn right for right turn signal. You press it in to stop it. And here comes the car. Alright, so we know where all the controls are. This is your front handbrake. This is your clutch, right here. We'll get into the front brake here shortly, and the rear brake's right here on your right side. Gear shifter is on your left side. I know this is kind of going pretty fast on it. Gear shifter, if you push down once on the shifter, that's first. If you go halfway up, that's neutral. If you go all the way up, that's second. All the way up, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So, make sure it's in neutral. Kill switch. Turn it on. Here comes another fucking car. Alright, now we start it. Bike started. Here's a clutch. Best way to learn a clutch. Damn, it's getting a little hot out here. Best way to learn a clutch. Pull the clutch in. Push the gear shifter down once, it's in gear. Best way to learn a clutch. Take your damn hand off gas. You do not need your hand on the gas. Take your clutch and gradually let out. And you'll feel it catching. See that? You'll feel it start to catch. Just gradually let out till it starts catching. Alright? On this bike, you can actually take off without hitting the gas. See, watch, I'll keep my hand right here the whole time. See, I've already got my feet up. I'm completely off the clutch. At any rate, some bikes might not be like that. Best thing for you to do is sit here, release the clutch till it grabs, and just keep feeling that. Just keep releasing and push the clutch back in. Release it till it pulls, push clutch back in. All bikes are going to be different because all clutches are different. There's never a clutch probably going to be the same way. Some clutches may be brand new, some clutches may be used, some clutches may be set different, you know, because I can set it different right here. So that's going to be different on all bikes. So just feel it till it catches. Just like that. Now, put your hand on the throttle. When you feel it start to catch, give it a little bit of gas. See? Just like that. If you ever get in trouble, and you start doing stupid shit like that, get your damn hand off the throttle, pull that clutch in. As soon as you pull that clutch in, everything stops. You can hit that throttle as much as you want. and it ain't gonna do nothing until you let off on that clutch again. So this, everything's got to be smooth. Everything's got to be super smooth. You know, let off the clutch, a little bit of gas. Everything should be super smooth. Just like that. And whenever you go to switch gears, whenever you go to switch, say, you know, you're in first gear, it's tacking up pretty high. Hey, I need to switch gear. Here's what you do. You get the RPM up a little bit, let off the throttle, clutch in, shift up. Let off on the clutch. Don't let off on the clutch real hard, just gradually let off on the clutch. Hit the gas again. I know this is kind of weird how I'm doing it like that, but it's because I'm trying to do it slow. You know, normally everybody does it pretty fast like this. Just like that. You got to be smooth at it. It takes practice. Find you a back road and practice. Now braking. I use one finger, and it's kind of weird. People do it different. I use one finger on my front brake. Now, you're going to use your front brake more than you're going to use your back brake. Now, if you grab a hold of too much front brake, especially in that gravel right there, I don't know if you guys seen that. If you use your front brake too much in gravel, that front end is going to go and you're going to crash. Try not to scare anybody, just letting everybody know. Yes, I've crashed before, not on a street bike, but I've crashed before by hitting my front brake too much on gravel or wet pavement. You'll do that on wet pavement. Hell, you'll do it on dry pavement if you grab a whole handful, or hell, you might take the ass end up like this. You know, a lot of trick people do that on purpose. So anyways, you grab the brake, and I'm not going to give you percentages either. You know, a lot of people will give you percentages of how much you grab your front brake versus your back brake. Okay, I don't have a percentage counter on this front brake. I don't have a percentage counter on this back brake. I'm not going to give you percentages. I'm just going to tell you that you're going to use your front brake more than you're going to use your back brake. See, watch. I'm using my front brake and I'm using my back brake. Simple as that. Taking back off again, we'll go over that one more time, because that's like the cream of the crop right there. Taking off, let it grab. You hear, if I let off, you can hear the motor actually increasing its RPMs by itself somewhat. Let off on that clutch. You feel it grab, give it a little throttle. Keep your feet on the ground if you have to. You know, if you don't feel safe, pull that clutch in. Immediately pull that clutch in. If you don't feel safe. There's been so many times that I've seen people, man, this road is turning into like a highway. This is supposed to be a back road. But you don't know how many times that I've seen people that are new, and it's not their fault, they don't know. But you don't know how many times I've seen people that are new that actually successfully take off of the clutch, but it's like a whole handful of throttle. They're like, and they're freaking out. They don't know what to do. They're usually veering off of roads and trying to, oh my God, you know, yeah, they're freaking out. When you hit the throttle, yeah, the bike pulls you back, but, and let's say that the force is keeping you from letting off that throttle. Pull that clutch in. See, watch this. Oh God, I'm out of control. I just pulled in the clutch. Now, no matter how hard I hit this throttle, it ain't doing nothing. I'm coasting. Now, if I'm like, oh shit, I really need to stop, grab a hold of some brake. Brake. Your brake is your best friend. Just don't overdo it. The key to your brake, now this bike right here, it does not have anti-lock brake system on it. And I'm so glad that it doesn't. I do not want an anti-lock brake system on a bike. But that's a whole nother story. Grab a hold of your brake, let's say that you're in an emergency. You got to grab a hold of your brake real bad, like real fast. Grab a hold of your brake and your back brake, and let's say that you want to stop, and you want to stop like real fast. The best thing for you to do is grab a hold of your brake to the extent that you do not want to lock your tires up. Now you can lock your back tire up. That ain't gonna hurt too much because you're just gonna slide everywhere. The ass end's gonna slide. Your front brake, you lock that front brake up and that front tire starts to slide. 9 times out of 10, you're going down on the pavement. You do not want to lock your front tire up. Now I know that's quite a bit to kind of go over. I mean, you know, there's a lot more to a bike. That's the basics. The basics is your hands and your feet. You know, you have balance to an extent, but usually once you're going, you know, at a decent mile an hour, centrifugal force is going to keep you up, straight up and down. So, I mean, you're not gonna need balance too much. One of the key things that I'm going to say before I quit here, that a lot of people probably that are new are not going to know this. A lot of the people that are probably subscribed to me right now are not new. They know how to ride motorcycles. This video is probably going to be boring to them, but whatever. The best thing for a brand new rider to do once you have mastered your clutch, your throttle, your turn signals, and all the good shit, is when you take off, if you've ever seen a bike start swaying within their lane a little bit, you don't have to do it super fast. You don't have to be going fast. If you ever see a bike start doing this back and forth, what they're doing, either A, they're just playing around, or the main reason why is they're warming their tires up. Because if you first start off on a bike and it's cold, say the road's cold, you know, it's a little chilly outside, you want to heat these tires up on that pavement. The hotter your tires get, the better it's going to grip. The colder your tires are, you stand a big chance of just turning a little bitty corner and the bike slipping out from you. You got to warm these tires up. So if you've ever seen anybody doing this shit, they're not drunk, they're probably more likely warming their tires up. Just like this, they're warming their tires up. They're getting the whole tire. They're getting the sides of the tire because they're probably fixing to go do some twisties and they want the sides of their tires warmed up too. Because just because the middle of your tire's warmed up doesn't mean that your whole tire's warmed up. Because you could have, well, I've been riding all day, you know, like this. Or I've been riding for 10 minutes like this, and everything, my tire should be warm. Well, they might be in the middle, but they might not be on the side. So that's something that you got to really pay attention to. So anyways, we'll end it right there. If you guys like this, please hit the subscribe button. That'll mean a lot to me. I'll probably make some more videos. If anybody requests any type of videos of possibly how to ride a bike or how to do whatever on a bike, I'll probably more likely either get back with them and talk to them, or I'll make another video. But anyways, hit that subscribe button and be safe. Keep it between the ditches. Later. Whoop whoop.